In an earlier segment, I mentioned just how grueling it can be to find large numbers of easily accessible reading texts for students without spending a lot of money. That problem is even more pronounced when it comes to finding listening texts. Almost all the listening texts that you find in the wild are either not suitable to English learners at all or only suitable to high level students. So it's very difficult to find appropriate level listening texts. There are a few things out there, like Voice of America has a video series oriented towards English language learners, but it's just difficult to get the amount of texts you'd like to have in order to help students practice. So AI can be used to mitigate this problem. And much the same way that you use AI to generate reading texts or writing texts for examples, you can generate listening texts. Now it's a two-stage process. First, you generate the text, and then you feed it to an AI that can produce spoken language from the text. Now you can always record the text yourself. So you can just simply have an AI generate a paragraph or a conversation, and you can open your voice recorder and just dictate it yourself. It takes a little time. It doesn't take as much time as inventing the text and recording it, but it still takes a bit of time. But there are tools that can automatically take the text and convert it to audio that you can download and use in your classes. Unfortunately, there aren't as many free options for producing the audio as there are for producing the text in the first place. But there are a few things that you can do. So, one that I often use is ChatGPT's the phone app. When you have it produce a text, you can press and hold on the text, and a context menu will pop up, and one of the options is read aloud, and it will simply read the text aloud. So the lowest tech version of this would simply playing audio directly from your phone through whatever sound system you're using in class. So you can connect it to your phone jack if you have one, or you can, if you have a microphone in the class, you can stick it next to your phone and play it directly that way. Or use Bluetooth speakers, whatever it is that you'd really like to do. So that's one way to get the audio out into the student's ears without requiring any additional setup. If you know how to do it, you can pipe the audio from your phone to a computer and record it directly. There are lots of free recording programs for different operating systems. But if that's too difficult, to physically connect, with a cable, if you don't know how to do that, you can take just an ordinary microphone and stick it next to your phone's speaker and record it for playback that way as well. Beyond that, though, there are some paid text to speech AI services that are fantastic. Some of them you can choose from a variety of voices. One is called naturalreaders.com. It's readers with an S. It's very nice. It allows you to choose from a variety of voices. One that I use is called speechify.com, and it's a paid service. It's not expensive, but it is paid. You can have text read aloud in a variety of voices, including voices of famous people. So if you want Gwyneth Paltrow or Mr. Beast to read your texts to your students, or anybody else, you can find a lot of famous people here who can narrate things, or just generic voices, but they sound very natural, very real, very human. You can choose different accents, even do things in different languages. With a lot of these, including Speechify.com, you can actually record a language sample of yourself reading something, and it will clone your voice. And then you can, if you really want to do that, you could have your students listen to recordings of AI, you read the texts to them. So there are a lot of services like this. Some cost, a few don't cost. The ones that don't have a price are usually limited in the amount of text you can generate or the quality of the voices. So this is still kind of a bottleneck in what's available freely, but if you have the ChatGPT app, you can always have it read things aloud there. It's just a little more difficult to find a way to save it to your computer to reuse it semester after semester.